Worry is one of the most common human experiences, yet it is also one of the most quietly exhausting. It fills the mind with imagined futures, unresolved fears, and questions that never seem to settle. Long before modern psychology gave it a name, the Bible spoke directly to this restless state of mind, not as a weakness to be condemned, but as a condition of the human heart. Throughout Scripture, worry is never treated as a purely intellectual problem. It is portrayed as a spiritual tension, born from uncertainty and sustained by the desire for control. To worry in the biblical sense is not simply to think ahead. It is to become divided within oneself, pulled between trust and fear, between faith and self-reliance. One of the most striking aspects of biblical teaching on worry is how often it appears alongside reminders of human limitation. The Bible does not assume that people can control outcomes through effort alone. Again and again, it emphasizes how little authority humans truly have over the future. Life is described as fragile, brief, and unpredictable, and it is precisely this lack of control that makes worry feel so compelling. In the gospel narratives, worry is often addressed through imagery rather than argument. Consider the repeated references to nature: birds that do not store away for tomorrow, flowers that grow without striving. These are not romantic metaphors meant to deny reality. They are reminders that existence itself unfolds without constant anxiety. Creation functions without obsession over the future, and humanity is invited to learn from that example. The biblical concern with worry is not about forbidding thought or preparation. It is about the emotional burden that worry places on the soul. Worry narrows attention. It fixes the mind on what might be lost, rather than what is present. In doing so, it slowly erodes peace. Scripture repeatedly connects worry to a loss of inner stillness, a drifting away from trust. At the heart of biblical teaching is the idea that worry grows when trust weakens. Not trust in one's own ability to manage every outcome, but trust in something beyond oneself. The Bible does not promise that life will be free of hardship. Instead, it suggests that peace is possible, even when circumstances remain uncertain. This peace is not the absence of problems, but the presence of assurance. One reason worry persists is that it feels responsible. People often believe that if they stop worrying, they are being careless or naive. But the Bible draws a clear distinction between responsibility and anxiety. Preparation is encouraged. Obsession is not. The difference lies in where the heart rests. Responsibility acts, then releases. Worry acts, then clings. Another recurring theme is the relationship between worry and time. Much of human anxiety comes from projecting the mind into an imagined future. Scripture repeatedly pulls attention back to the present moment. Phrases like today and this day appear often not as poetic devices, but as practical guidance. Worry thrives in imagined tomorrows. Faith is practiced now. The Bible also recognizes the physical toll of worry. Ancient texts speak of anxious thoughts, weighing down the heart, draining strength, and clouding judgment. This insight aligns closely with modern understanding. Worry is not only mental, it is embodied. It tightens the chest, shortens the breath, and keeps the nervous system in a constant state of alert. Biblical rest is not merely spiritual, it is deeply human. Importantly, Scripture does not shame those who worry. Instead, It invites them into a different posture, a posture of surrender. This does not mean passivity. It means acknowledging the limits of control and allowing trust to replace constant vigilance. In this sense, faith is not certainty. It is willingness. Willingness to move forward without complete reassurance. One of the most profound biblical teachings on worry is that peace is not something to be achieved through effort. It is something received. It emerges when the mind releases its grip on outcomes and accepts uncertainty with humility. This kind of peace does not depend on circumstances aligning perfectly. It depends on orientation, on where attention rests when fear arises.